Good afternoon, everyone, or evening, or morning, or whenever it is that you're watching this video. I have been wanting to do this for quite some time now. This is a tutorial or informational video on stripping paint off of Hot Wheels, Matchbox, or any other die cast for your customizing needs. There's been several different ways to do this, several different products suggested, but I have personally tried many different ones, and today I am going to do pros and cons, give my personal opinion. If you don't like it, just push stop and move on with your life. I believe that the aircraft paint remover made by the same company as the what I would call leading favorite amongst customizers is the best paint remover, fastest, cleanest. I mean, it gets every little speck off of the bodies of these, even in little cracks and crevices. I've had great luck with it, and it's super easy. You use 5-10 minutes at most. It says 15 minutes, but 5-10 minutes at most, and something's stripped to bare metal and ready to be cleaned and primed and painted. But first off, I suppose we should go through the leading opinion of everyone, and I believe most of it is due to it's available at Walmart. But this is Clean Strip. I find a lot of people use the aerosol, and I'm not sure why. It seems very wasteful to me. It does not work as well, in my opinion, but we're gonna put it up against this aircraft paint remover. It says 15 minutes or less working time, strongest, #1 stripper brand, America's #1. This stuff, I mean, it does work. It does strip paint, but I have issues with it all the time. It takes forever, usually multiple coats, multiple passes to get everything off, and it still doesn't get everything off. So there's that, available at Walmart. Now, the tried and true that I've used for a long time, this stuff is the bee's knees, in my opinion. There again, bare metal in 15 minutes, works on vertical surfaces, which, that stuff really doesn't matter to me. But anyway, I got this and always have gotten this at O'Reilly Auto Parts. It may be at other parts stores. It's not available at Walmart. I have not personally seen it in any of my local hardware stores or anything like that, but this stuff comes in a metal can with a child safety top. Not the cheapest. It's like $15.99 plus tax. That's why I bought it today at my O'Reilly's, and that's how much it was. But this is the shiz. It's awesome. I love it. And I'm going to show you my method for using it, which I feel is a great, efficient, productive method. It is multiple use, lasts forever. You have to take some precautions to make sure it lasts a while, but I got jars of this stuff sitting around for years and years and years. Still works, still great. Throw a car in, pull it out 5-10 minutes, done, ready to go. All right, what I have here is same cars. Not the oldest, but older. I choose premium castings. The paint and tampos on them are better quality. I do notice over stripping many different types of Hot Wheels cars that the paint and decals on these hold up better. It's tougher. There's times where some of these, it takes multiple times just to strip them, even with my method. But identical, blister sealed, ready to go. Wish I had some drag buses laying around so I could make some people cringe. But nevertheless, here we go. I'm going to pull these out of their packages right here just so everyone sees that this is blister fresh. 1, 2. There they are. They are going to get drilled. I'm going to pull everything apart. I will be right back. All right, and we're back. we have drilled and removed interior glass. Got the base and wheels separate. Man, I need to do another one of these customs because I really like these. But there you go. You got painted a little bit from the inside, actually quite a bit. Same thing on this one. Painted, tampoed from the factory, ready to go. We are going to start our process of stripping the paint off of these guys, doing the test. Got a timer down here so that I can do this correctly, which I never do. 15 minutes as both states. We're going to pull them out. All right, stay tuned. Okay, first things first, I got this container actually yesterday at a place called the Container Store. If you've never been there and have one in your area, I would suggest going. It is an amazing store. They have all sorts of stuff for organization, for storage, shelves, everything. I use that store for a lot of stuff. But anyway, what this is a glass container, which is what you're going to want for this aircraft paint stripper. Definitely don't use plastic. I've made that mistake. Came back the next day and it had melted into a puddle of goo on my workbench. Glass, rubber seal is preferred. I used for a long time mason jars. And mason jars are great because you can screw them together. They have a little seal in them. And with this paint stripper, you know, keeping it in a container like this, you can use it over and over and over and over again. The key is you got to keep the air from getting to it. The air will ruin it over time. It will build up a crusty film, dry out, and won't be useful. With a glass container, such as a mason jar or something like this, you will get multiple uses because you'll put that lid on snug and then come back, you know, the next day, loosen it because it's going to gas out from the previous car that you've stripped. It'll build up pressure in there. Loosen the cap, release the pressure, tighten it back down, just good and snug, just so that the air can't get to it. I'm going to try these out because this holds on with these little metal tabs. And I noticed when I was in the store that you put these metal tabs on, and I can take this lid and pull it up with the metal tabs on. I can pull this lid up, bending the metal tabs just slightly, and it will release that seal for a second. So in theory, I'm hoping if the pressure gets up, it'll actually push the air out and then reseal. So that's my hopes. But anyway, we're going to take this. We're going to take our stripper here, open it up. This stuff smells nasty. Very strong, very potent. Again, I'm sure I'm going to have people complaining about, oh, you got to wear gloves, you got to wear respirator and goggles and all this. I'm sorry, this is not PC TV. I ain't a bitch. I've been around chemicals my entire life. Not recommending it for anyone else. Everyone else can do what they want. I can do what I want. That's why I live in America. But anyway, so pour some of this stuff in. Gloppy mess. There we go. That's a fair amount. Fill it up about 3/4 of the way. Put the lid back on. And yeah, I can already smell the loveliness. I'm going to grab a screwdriver. Like so. I'm going to stir it up a bit, just kind of get that mixed back in. It's really not supposed to have that clear, watery look to it, but it really doesn't affect it. I'm here to tell you. This stuff works no matter what. Anyway, there's that. That is ready to do its job. So we can leave that be. I'm going to shake this up. Don't know if you're supposed to shake it up, but give it a good shake. And what we're going to do is I'm going to drop that car in to the aircraft paint remover, and then I'm going to spray this one with the aircraft paint remover. I'm doing this on a metal cookie sheet, old one that doesn't get used for cooking anymore. Definitely have something metal if you're going to spray this stuff. This stuff will, means how, you know, even though it's not the best stripper that in my opinion, it will eat plastics and papers and all sorts of other stuff that's not metal. So definitely don't do it on your, you know, kitchen counter. You might have a problem with the misses after that. But anyway, here we go. I got my stopwatch here to do the 15 minutes. This one's going to start right meow. And then we're going to spray this one. I try to spray these, even though I rarely use this stuff, kind of lightly so that foam stays on it. But kind of doesn't matter at some point. That is completely submerged. We're going to start our timer, and we'll come back whenever 15 minutes is up, see how we did. All right, I got my tools that I will use for this stage. Needle nose pliers to hold it so that I don't have to constantly touch it with my fingers. There again, everyone else should wear their gloves, you know, yada, 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 PC. I don't wear gloves. No bitch mittens here. So we're going to grab a hold of here. I got just a soft wire brush, not an aggressive one. And I'm just simply going to also remove this out of the way and my little metal tang. And I'm just simply going to brush this. And as you can see, let me slide this up. As you can see, I'm brushing this, and we got the tampo off, and we got some of the paint off, but not much of it. We're scraping here. Normally what I would do, oh hey, we got I think I got a little bit of bare metal showing there, yeah. Normally what I would do is I would run this over under hot water in the sink with it just running constantly. That's probably what I'll do after this. There again, it just helps brush everything off and get everything out. But as you can see here, I'm not scrubbing super hard, but what we got going on here is failure to strip paint. Look at that. It is still very much brown. Only little bits coming off. The tampo came off. But this is exactly what I'm talking about here. Not at all pleased with whatever that is in that can. So we're going to set that down, been through that. Now we're going to dig around and get our casting out of here. Let's find a spot where I can grab a hold of it. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. I'm just shaking it off a bit. I mean, come on. I haven't even touched it with the wire brush here. I haven't even touched it. It's like sliding off. Oh yeah, look. Oh, goop, goop, goop. The whole entire roof. Nothing left. Whew. This stuff is potent too. Try not to breathe in too much of it. Look. Look at that. One little tough speck there. Probably could remove that with a little screwdriver. Just give it a little pop. And the biggest thing is, all I'm doing here is just getting all the goop out of the inside. Look at the inside. Look at that. Every nook, cranny, and crevice. All of it stripped off, removed. That little red speck is haunting me, but if that's the worst of my problems, then I feel this is pretty good. A couple little red specks there. Oh, never mind. Take the scraper and it's gone. But I mean, seriously, like, this thing is bare metal. Everywhere. All over. We're going to set this down. And we're going to look at the inside of this one. Oh, look at that. Still brown everywhere. I mean, you can hear, scrape, scrape, scrape. I'm getting a little bit more flaked off. A little bit more. But clearly, this sucker is still brown with paint sticking to it. You know, cracks and crevices is going to be even worse. So here's your side-by-side comparison. Right here. Oh, scrape all that crap off. See if I can get it to sit properly without having to touch it. Grab it like that. Flip it over. Scrape it off. There's your side-by-side down here. Okay? Side-by-side. Brown, bare metal. That proves it. That shows it. This aircraft paint remover is the bee's knees. It's the best stuff to use. And the great thing is I sprayed the other stuff out of an aerosol can, so naturally all of it's there on the tin. Again, can for reference of crap, junk, waste of money and time. I still have almost all of the stripper that I used here. Almost all of it. It's still there. I can use this multiple times. I can throw more than one casting in here depending on the size of the container. I can walk away for 15 minutes. It probably wouldn't have even taken the 15 minutes, honestly. Probably 10 minutes, tops. I come back, perfectly stripped, perfectly clean, ready to wash off, put some chemicals on it, you know, some lacquer thinner or whatever you use. I spray it with brake cleaner, you know, cleans it off well. Prime it, paint it, tampo it up, custom's ready to go. So all of these previous customs back here in a row, all these back here, all stripped and repainted the exact same way with aircraft paint remover. That's the good stuff. Yes, it's more expensive. Yes, you have to go somewhere other than Walmart to get it, but it is by far, in my opinion, the best product to remove paint from Hot Wheels. I'm going to show a couple of side-by-side pictures after I take these in, wash them out, you know, the full way that I would, and let the results speak for itself. Anyone still watching at this point, I appreciate it. Hope this helps you out. Hope this helps elevate your customs, you know, makes you more efficient, better, clean, you know, the whole 9 yards. I'm no professional by any means, but I have figured out a few things in the 10 plus years that I've been customizing Hot Wheels. I'm just trying to share it with everyone else so that we stop wasting money on crap product, buy the good stuff, know how to use it, and it works great. Thank you very much. Give me a like if you want.